is wrapped in plastic, it's a thing they like to do. It must be a compulsion, the toilets are wrapped up too. There's a band around the bowl that says, look what we did for you. There's a holiday inside the inn tonight. If you've never seen a Filk sing con, follow right along. Behind those folks with yellow badges, you cannot go wrong. For we will set up half the night to sing a filthy song. There's a holiday inside the inn tonight. Now I got up around 4 a.m. to answer nature's call. I staggered to the bathroom, I groped along the wall. They put the goddamn light switch back out in the hall. There's a holiday inside the inn tonight. Now the lobby AC won't be fixed this weekend, so I found. Thank God it's only early June and July's not come around. For heat prostration get us all, in August I'd be bound. There's a blast furnace inside the inn tonight. There's a holiday inside the inn tonight.
For certain, fangs and ice stalks waving, arms with lots of fingers, looked like 24. And we all glanced over as he kept time, wondering who he could be. And his smile when we said just how real he was a fearsome, loathsome, awful sight to see. And we heard from Juanita, G.J. Spence and Julian, the tune of Prine sleeps 13 waves or more. Some neos sang a long one, an oath and tuneless wrong one, but 67 verses, a most amazing bore. And that horrid monster asked could he please borrow someone's guitar. A 12-string came from across the room, and he stunned us from his very opening bar. Fascination and awe and admiration as all those little fingers played that Apollonio. One instant of confusion and we all reached one conclusion. All those fingers really flew, they weren't just for show. But we held our silence right to the end as that unearthly music rippled on. And through the cheering one old band said, you must have come a long way to the con.
Trufan had a cat that he didn't want to keep. That pesky cat had proved immune to bombs and TNT. He tossed it in a wormhole with the aim of an adept. The cat hit warp 500 and was back before it left. But join in, the cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back. Although he was a goner, yet the cat came back and just wouldn't stay away. He gave the cat away to a rider on a green. Said drop the cat off somewhere while you're traveling between. The cat showed up at supper time, chewing on some thread. And the ware later led the services for those lost, presumed dead. But the cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back. Although he was a goner, still a cat came back, just wouldn't stay away. He took it to the Rowan to push to den of 3. This cat should prove no match for a galaxy prime, said he. The cat had kept a smilin' as it sped through trackless space, with the knowledge it was smarter than the whole darn human race. But the cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back, thought he was a goner, yet the cat came back, just wouldn't stay away. Freddy gave the cat away to a fuzzy femme named Alf, who said he'd eat this pussy in a minute and a half. He swallowed, thank you, he swallowed, burped, and then screamed about catastrophe within. The next day all the film crew found was alien bones and skin. But the cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back, thought he was a goner, yet the cat came back, just couldn't stay away. Freddy tied it to a thumper in the Freeman style and make. He shoved it in the stand, pulled the clamor free by Jake. The sandworm came a-hissin', 'twas the biggest one on Doom. Now Freeman laugh and joke about that missing Terran loon. But the cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back, thought he was a goner, yet the cat came back, just wouldn't stay away. The cat picked up an SF book to while the time away. It then joined Boston fandom, seemed the cat was here to stay. He lived in their new clubhouse just to keep it rodent-free. The first one that he tangled with was a rat named Jim Degree. But the cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back, thought he was a goner, yet the cat came back, just couldn't stay away. The cat sat on the porch and he ate a piece of cheese. A Neo fan came by feeling very well at ease. The cat, he was a-smilin' 'cause he was fully fed. The Neo sang, "Man from Argo, everyone, everyone," and the cat fell stone dead. But his ghost came back the very next day. Oh, his ghost came back, although he was a goner, yet his ghost came back and just wouldn't stay away.
The Filker Lay among his friends, a-dying on the floor. Alas, my friends, Dakota comes and I will filk no more. Now you can have my house, my friend, and you can have my car. But when I'm going to my grave, I'm taking my guitar. Just when I'm going to my grave, I'm taking my guitar. That's called a Leslie Hayes disease. For when the final judgment comes, if I am going higher, then I will need my dear guitar for filking with the choir. But if the judgment goes awry, then I won't be morose. I'll simply change the minor key and I'll start singing ghosts. I'll simply change the minor key and I'll start singing ghosts. Comrade, we are deeply moved, another filker said. Does this mean I can have your filk collection when you're dead? If you do, I'll always hold the memory of you dear, and toast you every time I drink a tully or a beer, if Mike Stein didn't get his ripped off like he did last year. My muse is working overtime, the filker did recite. That's why his comrades cried to him, you must not die tonight. We'll make a pact with mighty death, though God may think it's wrong. You shall not draw your final breath until you end your song. You shall not draw your final breath until you end your song. Let's not and say we did, another filker she did urge. I've written more than half a dozen verses for his dirge. The dying filker then remarked, don't put down your guitar. Just change the names and call the thing we mourn for Tasha Yar. Just change the thing and call the thing we mourn for Tasha Yar. hush then came upon the room as in there sauntered death. A tape recorder in the hands to catch the final breath. I come to take the Filker soul and add it to my cargo. But just before we go, folks, can we please hear band from Argo? Just before we go, folks, can we please hear band from Argo? Of course the Filkers all replied, we'll gladly give you that. Not only banned from Argo death, but milk to feed the cat. They sat around the dying Filker sitting on the floor. They sang and sang and sang and sang, and then they sang some more. They sang until their hands were raw and then their throats were sore. Mercury appeared to them and said, Olympus grieves, and I'm the god who mourns the most since I'm the god of thieves. And then Apollo came and said, let me take him higher. I'm used to Filker's Mercury since I play with the lyre. I'm used to Filker's Mercury since I play with the lyre. And then the time had come to death for pick or pass or play. And he said, now the time has come, it's time to pass away. So let's see how the dying Filker's mortal prose took wing. The Filker picked up his guitar and he began to sing. The Filker picked up his guitar and he began to sing. Give me that real old time. Give me that real old time. Give me that real old time. It's good enough for me.
I don't want to mow this lawn. This planet that we're living on someday will blow up and be gone. I read it in a book. The sun is gonna overload like something Stanley Kubrick showed. The solar system will explode. This place is gonna cook. Yeah, you know that it's bound to happen someday. From what I see, you know, probably be on a Monday. Monday will never be the same. On that day the Big Bang comes again. Oh, I'm gonna go downtown and hawk everything I own. I'm gonna buy myself some stock in copper tone. I plan to be a wealthy man.
It takes money to make money.
On that day the Big Bang comes again. Well then Jesus freaks will be taking the show. Their bags will be packed, they'll be ready to go. They'll say na-na-na-na-na, I told you so. Oh, them Jesus freaks, they're gonna be real sad. On that big, bright, beautiful, sunny day, they realize they've been had. Cause we will all be equal in the end. Oh yeah. On that day the Big Bang comes again. Now the big blue sea is gonna roast, gonna burn just like some piece of toast. Gonna be prize fish from coast to coast, a judgment day buffet.
Hooray!
Gonna lay them Rocky Mountains flat, gonna wipe Colorado off the map. At least it's gonna shut John Denver's trap.
Hey!
Well, sunshine gonna really be on his shoulder. On that big, bright, beautiful, sunny day,
The big old supernova!
John will all be equal in the end. On that day the Big Bang comes again. And on that day no one will give a damn how many children died in Vietnam, or if Armstrong ever walked the moon, or if Hiroshima ever went kaboom, or if Lee Harvey Oswald made the news, or if Hitler ever took 6 million Jews, or if Lucky Lindy ever made Paris, or if Britannia ever ruled the sea, or if William Shakespeare had a tale to tell, or if the Holy Romans ever fell, or if Jesus Christ was ever born, or if I ever mowed the lawn. Won't make no difference when we're gone. No, no, mama, I don't want to mow the lawn.
Alone and maybe dying. I stir myself, I can't surrender now. Got to find myself a place to hide. But to keep on moving, though I can't remember how. Can't give up too many friends have died. And the tower marks the border of the world I've known before. Though I learned the ways of music and of peace, but those days of joy and plenty will be none, no, nevermore. And the red sun rising shows me like a wind from hell that blows me, and in blood alone my spirit find release. Red as blood, the sunlight glitters on the windows of the tower and taunts me with a hope I can't ignore. Black as night, the hate within me lends a little of its power, and I somehow crawl towards the broken door. In the gentle darkness there is safety, there is sleep and water when I wake to ease the pain. The watcher must have died here in the ruins of his keep, but now the tower is guarded once again. And the tower marks the border of the world I must explore, as I heal myself and learn the skills I need. Day by day I will grow stronger than I ever was before. And the red sun rising fires me, and the wind from hell inspires me. I will never rest until the killers bleed, and the red sun rising sanctifies the deed.
Man builds his machines to synthesize his dreams, and mighty are his factories and wars. Then just to win a race, he reaches out to space to touch the stars. Whatever happened to the dragons? Whatever happened to the myths? Where have legends gone? Why can't they linger on? Bring them back again. Whatever happened to the mermaid? Why is it so silent in the sea? The sounding of their song should have continued on. Where can it be? Legend is a word to last forever. In fantasy, the truth of ages lies, but ages have grown old. The heat of life grows cold and magic dies. Whatever happened to the centaur? Horses strength and shape with minds of men. Creatures full of pride, courage by their side. Bring them back again. Whatever happened to the pixies, dancing in the dark on wings of light? What stopped their happy play and frightened them away? What stole the night? Legend is a word to last forever. In fantasy, the truth of ages lies, but ages have grown old. The heat of life grows cold and magic dies. Whatever happened to the Trufan, leprechauns and elves and mystic land. Men have let them fade, vanish as a shade, bring them back again. Bring them back again.
I landed here 5 years ago, had no idea where I should go. I got me a job with LAPD and a wife and a kid to live with me. We got a house and settled down off in the human part of town. We're a nice, normal Tanktonese family, just Susan and Buck and the girls and me. See me living the domestic life, bald-tailed alien with his kids and wife, Uncle Moodry and his friendly goats, and the neighbors out to cut our throats. See me mowing my domestic yard, gee, I owe my soul to MasterCard, but it certainly beats slavery. The domestic life is the life for me. My partner's name is Matthew Sykes, a silly name that no one likes. He can't understand what it's like to say good morning, shithead, every day. We chase a lot of perps and slime, catch them nearly every time. I don't understand why they let them go. We'll catch them again in a day or so. See me living the domestic life, bald-head alien with his kids and wife, Uncle Moodry and his friendly goats, and the neighbors out to cut our throats. See me mowing my domestic yard, gee, I owe my soul to MasterCard, but it certainly beats slavery. The domestic life is the life for me. America's the place to be, a land of opportunity, where aliens aspire to unknown heights, fresh beaver on the table every night. My wife and I are free to see, to do and think and speak and be, and things are getting better every day. I was the first Tanktonese in the PBA. See me living the domestic life, bald-head alien and his kids and wife, Uncle Moodry and his friendly goats, and the neighbors out to cut our throats. See me mowing my domestic yard, gee, I owe my soul to MasterCard, but it certainly beats slavery. The domestic life, that's the life for me.
He stands there, just watching her. Cut to their friends and the action-adventure the story demands. Cut back to him watching her, what's on his mind? The danger, of course, but he can't keep his eyes from her. Off screen. Who cared about her? Reactions untold, while we cut to the action. A vampire of green, other love satisfaction. The story continues and death is defeated. What more could you ask for except to know what happened off screen? It's a pattern of life life that one hopes will soon fade. But the reticent frown on a public display, still he never did answer the question that day, when our eyes could not see, was the fond farewell made only off screen.
Shapeshifter, sing me your song. I know you won't stay, know that you won't stay long. Looking at you, I feel I've grown two eyes. I give all my books for the joy in your eyes.
Heart of wolf, soul of fox, swift and eagle's wing, your joy in life is the joy that you bring. Running swiftly, looking back, laughter in your smile. Raised on sun and earth and air, you are forest child.
Shapeshifter, sing me your song. I know you won't stay, know that you won't stay long. Looking at you, I feel I've grown two eyes. I give all my books for the joy in your eyes.
Your tongue stumbles over children's words, you make it all a game. Life and death and light and dark, to you it's all the same. Or is it gaily flying, one I'll never understand? Your point of view, your way of life, or your healing hand.
Shapeshifter, sing me your song. I know you won't stay, know that you won't stay long. Looking at you, I feel I've grown two eyes. I give all my books for the joy in your eyes.
Moonlight streaming on your wings, sunlight in your hair. These are things I can't forget, no matter who or where. I meet or pass or talk about, there's always something wild that runs free in my memory, the life of forest child.
Shapeshifter, sing me your song. I know you won't stay, know that you won't stay long. Looking at you, I feel I've grown two eyes. I give all my books for the joy in your eyes.
And I grew in the songhouse to be noble and strong, and the song grew within me, and my voice soon took wing, and the love cradles surround me. With each note I sing. I dwell in the songhouse, and the song is my bread. I was born and in shrouds made of song, I was singing. I was born to be songbird, and my song shall be love, and the music will rise through the depths of the skies to the planets above. As the emperor's songbird, I was trained from the start, from the very first teacher who opened my heart to the people who heard me in the palace each day. I have given my music and my spirit away. I dwell in the songhouse, and song is my breath. I will sing my life long, and in shrouds made of song I will sing. I was born to be songbird, and my song shall be love, and the music will rise from the depths of the skies to the planets above. I know now and silent, and my songs are all sung, and the tales of my lifetime may not pass my tongue, but the glory still haunts me, and my lesson survives, and the work of the songbirds will continue to thrive. I dwell in the songhouse, and song is my breath. I will sing my life long, and in shrouds made of song I will speak my way. I was born to be songbird, and my song will be love, and the music will rise from the depths of the skies to the planets above.
Stone, flying stone, leave the miseries beneath us alone, on our own. Only brotherhood between us we know, only our lowly ways. So let the dragons teach us to roam, like the stones drifting up above our eyes. When we passed through the shimmering door, connecting there and here, we fell in love with this new world and made our feelings clear. In all our searches we never found a sky so rose and crimson that beckoned us to take the chance and make a new life here. On stone, flying stone, leave the miseries beneath us alone, on our own. Only brotherhood between us we know, only our lowly ways. So let the dragons teach us to roam, like the stones drifting up above.
to settle down could not believe their eyes. This place so big and so beautiful had mountains in her skies. Our troubled people were locked in war. We could not understand it. We hurried through, then shut the door, so they could never find our stones, flying stones. Leave the miseries beneath us alone, on our own. Only brotherhood between us. We know only our lowly ways, so let the dragons teach us to roam like the stones drifting up above our eyes. The dragons, by the way, are pretty good cooks. The Harrowin were creatures seen once only from afar, until a gold ambassador appeared with night's first star. She welcomed all of us to her home, just like we were new neighbors, but warned, live lightly on the land and never leave a scar. On stone, like stones, leave the miseries beneath us alone, on our own. Only brotherhood between us. We know only our lonely ways, so let the dragons teach us to roam like the stones drifting up above our eyes. The centuries, they've come and gone, some struggle and some thrive. Our brains, inventions, and beliefs are how we all survive. Our lives were rugged and cold at first. We don't regret one moment. For each newcomer, there's a time to learn to stay alive. On stone, flying stone, flying stone. Leave the miseries beneath us. Leave the miseries beneath us. Alone, on our own. Only brotherhood between us. We know only our lonely ways, so let the dragons teach us to roam like the stones drifting up above our eyes. We know only our lowly ways, so let the dragons teach us, biblically, to roam like the stones drifting up above our eyes.
Listen, children, to the story of our journey here through space, from the war we left behind us to the beauty of this place. For our people had forsaken what could only bring us peace, and the world where you were born is past 500 years at least. In the ending of the war, they came together one last time, lords of science, lords of war, to save a remnant of our kind. Built a rocket for a cradle, lined with steel instead of fleece, and within it placed the hopes of all who'd lost the art of peace. One to seek the power out, one to open the door, one to speak the sacred words, to end the dark once more. One to know the secret, one to find the place, one to give us freedom, one last lord to come from space. But the secret now was out, and those there were who cried for Fend. All should die, they said, our people's taste for war we now must end. And they triumphed, killed the one whose only hand could set us free. So began the night of time, till one might come to turn the key. One to seek the power out, one to open the door, one to speak the sacred words, to end the dark once more. One to know the secret, one to find the place, one to give us freedom, one last lord to come from space. We'll never know how long they waited a deliverer to find, or if anyone survived within that hell we left behind. But we stand here whole and safe upon a world that's new and fair, and we hail the unknown hands who set us free in this our prayer. The one, the one, the one, the one, the one, the nameless one.
Out of the darkness, darkness has arisen. Out of the past has come again. His army spreads like jagged blacks the landscape. Tanithar his name, Tanithar's the deed. Sound the horn, for Tanithar is riding. Sound the horn, for Tanithar has come like a fire, and the people break like kindling. Make way for Tanithar rides. Make way for Tanithar rides. See the flames that burn once our village stood and held their lives out in their hands. See the stones that crumble where our keep stood. Tanithar's the hand, Tanithar's the deed. Sound the horn, for Tanithar is riding. Sound the horn, for Tanithar has come like a fire, and the people break like kindling. Make way for Tanithar rides. Make way for Tanithar rides. Band of rise, rise quickly and come surely. Take your blades and raise them to the skies. In the downs, he kills all you hold holy and uses it again to further his dark reign. Band of rise, for Tanithar is riding. Band of rise, for Tanithar has come. Rise and fight, or your people break like kindling. Or make way for Tanithar rides. Make way for Tanithar rides.
Once I had dreams that would purr round my ankles, and once I had hopes that would scratch at my door. Now all the cats turn complacent and lazy, and dreaming seems crazy, and hope left a mess on the floor. And now I remember she's done it too often before. And the years slip away like cats in the dawn. It's not till you miss them you know they are gone. Once all my plans were like kittens in catnip. No string was too tangled, no tree was too high. Now they just lie there ignoring the mice, and no bird can entice through the window where time used to fly. And then one day they've left me without even saying goodbye. And the years slip away like cats in the dawn. It's not till you miss them you know they are gone. Now friendship's a tabby and love is a Persian. My roses they've ruined, my garden they've dug. Tomorrow's an alley cat sired by a puma. He's eaten my tuna, and friendship has shredded the rug. And now I am sneezing, I think I'm allergic to love. And the years slip away like cats in the dawn. It's not till you miss them you know they are gone.
I dream of dragons in the night, to be forgotten once I wake. Such wonders haunt me while I sleep. I want so much to dream them now, but when I wake I can only weep, for I've forgotten how. Older still, but only then. At last this earth will let me go to reach the stars again. I remember how as my last breath ceased, suddenly they won't seem so far. The earth will grant my last release, and I will touch the stars. Right. reach that final peace, it will be just as it was back then. The earth will grant me that release. I'll touch the stars again.
I know why the caged bird sings. He sings of hope to free his wings. He sings upon the dawn's first light, and sings of yearning to rise in flight. And I know why the caged bird weeps. He mourns the time he used to sweep his wings above the heads of men. He longs to find his home again. And I know why the caged bird dies. For like him I have touched the sky, and having lived without a wall, we die when back to earth we fall.
University of Kenya, 8758. Archaeology, 500 given trust to unearth the ancient ruins on the western continent of a country known as we, or was it us? Our scientists have theorized a people of great strength since discovery 3 years ago last May. In the tumulus of Boxton of a rusted iron wheel. Guess they got poor Charlie off the MTA. Herr Professor Behan Bollock to the capital led on of the digs. He said it was the richest one. The name translates pound laundry, though we don't know what was washed. But for argument, I call it Washington. Nor snow, nor rain, nor heat, their pointed wounds. I keep reading it, but can't tell what it means. You can gain a new perspective on what life is all about on an expedition digging up the Weans. Of the buildings built of plastric, there is little that remains, according to Professor Besneff's book. Still, the monuments of marble seem extremely well preserved, but we can't cut through the guano for a look. From the phrase, "In God we trusted," on a little silver coin, we believe the Weans were pious to a soul. They'd assemble and be seized by some religious ecstasy in a ceremony known as rock and roll. Yacht, the goddess Libby frightened visitors away, for she'd felt the damp beyond the golden door. Just one more example of the Ween in hospitality, for they shut the Dodgers out one time before. With the fin, the butt, the bit, the bill, payola, and the grand, true the currency of we was very strange. But by borrowing $1 million, obtain credit twice that much. Well, it's nice to see that some things never change. 2 well-protected scrolls have been translated by Besneff. All can read the words, yet none can comprehend. One a verse form known as Dylan, and the other an account of a god or hero known as Finnegan. From a legend scroll we learn about one Walden who did wed Sarsaparilla, the goddess of a pond. She endowed him with euphemia, said, "John, speak for yourself. Our museum displays a different sort of John." It's believed they made endeavors at exploring outer space, though it's doubtful if they made it off the ground. But the weak on math and physics, on imagination strong, and accounts of off-world travelers abound. Though there's mention of a threat that's known as Usser or more we, doubt remains how we was finally destroyed. They left no pyramids like Egypt and no temples like the Greeks, and of music they were totally devoid. Only mountain scrolls, glyphs, shards, monuments remain, and they don't constitute a hill of beans. Built their empire by the sword, and when it rusted they expire, and that's all we've learned from digging up the Weans. Yes, that's all we've learned from digging up the weeds.
On the crest of the future, the wave of the past, I'm a tide that sweeps man's affairs clean. I bring power and knowledge, a future to cast, and a harvest of death when I glean. And I never look back, but I never forget. And the world where I fail is the world of my death. In my past lies destruction, beginning the end. I have traveled throughout time to mend. Oh, you man with your heart that knows nothing of time, take your freedom and leave me to fate. If you follow my lead, you will share in my crime, and your honor is all I can take. And I never look back, but I never forget. And the world where I fail is the world of my death. In my past lies destruction, beginning the end. I have traveled throughout time to mend. You begin to know secrets, what lies I tell true. You have wondered and shouldered my task, and this fire of peace that awakens in you, oh, it tempts me to risk what you ask. I've no magic, it's only a power gone mad in the hands of its maker and gods. But I enter each world with what power I have, bringing time and man, tilting the odds. And I never look back, but I never forget. And the world where I fail is the world of my death. In my past lies destruction, beginning the end. I have tried